Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. The World Series on MLB, the show coming up. It's the Detroit Tigers taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. John Shambi alongside Chris Singleton. Plenty of storylines taking shape in this series as we set the stage for Game 4, Chris.
Well, if the first 3 games are any indication, this has the look of a series that'll go all the way to Game 7, Boog. I think this is a classic matchup, and we've seen momentum change course a few times already. But I'll tell you what, I think whoever takes this one will be feeling really good about their chances the rest of the way.
Yeah, that's a good point. We've seen it before. Even when you're down 2-1, it seems like a win in Game 4 can propel you to a series win more often than not. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. So almost ready to get underway. And on the hill, Tyler Glasnow. What do we need to know here?
He has great stuff, Boog, but what I love most is his drive. You know, when he takes the ball, he's going to give you everything he's got and try to pitch deep into the ball game. He's a true competitor, which makes it easy for his teammates to play hard for him. We're not going to see him take many pitches off, I can promise you that.
Makes the catch for the out. 1 away. Here's Riley Greene. And first offering is fouled off. Glasnow, a former All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a curve, and he works in a 2-seamer. Hit on the ground to short. Throw on to Freeman, and they got him.
Well, Boog, we talked about how the ball is coming out of a pitcher's hand. The way it comes out of his hand as an infielder, wow, really impressive.
Javier Baez in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. Next offering is fouled back. 2 outs, base is empty. Pitch misses. 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike. That's ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike.
Swing and a ground ball. That's out number 3. Freddie Freeman up to the dish. And first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Paddock went the distance the last time out, throwing a complete game.
Boog, I bet he got some fist bumps from the relief crew after that shutout. I'm sure they appreciated how he gave him the day off.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. 1 down. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Alex Call. And there's a strike on the outside corner. 0-1. And a big swing and a miss. 1 out, base is empty. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Wow, just great bite to that slider. Broke hard out of the zone, and he just couldn't hold up the swing. You know, as a hitter, that pitch is really hard to take, and there's just not much you can do with it. You know that, but you don't want to get one.
And it's a 1-2-3 inning. The 4th game of the World Series. And now the right fielder, Kerry Carpenter. Glasnow back to work. That one down the line. Muncy. Leadoff man retired here in the 2nd. The drama always heightened in the postseason, and it leads to some really special moments. Gleyber Torres now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Well, one special postseason memory for me, Boog, was facing Pedro Martinez Game 5 of the ALDS in Oakland. And, man, hit a double off the wall. Great feeling for a guy who would eventually go into the Hall of Fame.
And there's 2 away. 2 outs, base is empty. Now it's going to be Dillon Dingler, known for his rocket arm behind the plate. Right side, hard hit. Handles, throws to first, and that is the third. And we're back. We head to the bottom of the second. Here's Teoscar Hernandez. Hard hit left side. Sends it to first, and Hernandez is out. Will Smith to the plate.
Talk about being able to dial up the velocity. That first baseman over there might need a little pad inside that first baseman's mitt.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Darryl Parker assigned to umpiring duty behind home plate.
And Boog, with DP, it's sort of a coin flip on those borderline corner pitches. Doesn't really favor one side of the plate more than the other. Sometimes you get a little extra to the plate, and sometimes you won't. It does seem like he evens it out over the course of a game, though.
That one to first, and that's just foul. Just missed.
Fell off to a great start. He's really cruising out there on the mound. He's got a chance to get through these first 2 innings with under 20 pitches. That could set him up to go deep into this game.
Ground ball up the middle. Baez fires over to first. They get the out. Back here at Dodger Stadium, and here is Spencer Torkelson. Swing and a miss at a slider. Torkelson in his 4th year, 25 years old, and he's won a Silver Slugger in the American League. Way out front for strike 2.
2 really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
And that's outside. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Blew him away with a fastball after starting the at-bat with a bunch of breaking balls singing.
Yeah, that was a nice setup, bro. Didn't offer him anything straight to look at on the first 3 pitches, so when they ran that fastball up there, clearly his timing wasn't there, and I doubt that's what he was looking to protect against with 2 strikes.
Next one misses, and that's ball 1. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Hernandez ranging after it. Makes the grab. 2 down. Andy Ibanez now at the plate. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
1-0.
And a swing and a miss there.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
Out towards left center, Pajes. And that is that. Back here in L.A. as we go to the last of the 3rd. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Andy Pajes.
0-1.
Paddock ready to fire now. And there's a foul ball. Ground ball right side. Torkelson takes it to the bag. 1 gone, bottom of the 3rd inning. Here's Mookie Betts. Right through there for a strike. Check swing, and he went. That's strike 2. Still tied at 0. Last of the 3rd. Got him looking. That K is his 3rd of the game.
Well, he made pretty quick work of him right there. You look at the sequence, everything down at the knees and low. Some guys are good low ball hitters, but right there, they clearly had a plan to pound that part of the zone, and he wasn't able to put up much of a fight.
And he drops it down the 3rd baseline, and that's a foul ball. That one pushed to the left and foul. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Nothing doing. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's the second baseman, Colt Keith. The pitch. And a foul ball.
So here's an interesting note on Glasnow. He's been known to look at photos of people he doesn't like before it starts. It's a way for him to kind of get angry, and then he carries that anger out to the mound to help him pitch. Sounds like a good strategy to me, but I wonder who he's looking at.
And there's one away. Riley Greene up now for the Tigers.
That hanging breaking ball looks so juicy to the hitter, and nothing more frustrating when you miss that pitch and you pop out. He's going to have to think about that till his next at bat.
0-1 down. And a foul ball. Glasnow ready and deals. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Smith gathers, throws in time for the second out. Good job to clean it up after the drop third strike.
There's a 3-pitch strikeout. He can do whatever he wants with the baseball right now.
And now it's Baez. Grounded out his first time up. High in the air, out to right. Call. Drops into the glove, and that's the third out. Bottom of the fourth, Freddie Freeman will come up to hit. And that is out of play. And he grounds one to the right side. Throw on to Torkelson, and Freeman is retired. And next for L.A., Alex Call. And that drops in for a strike.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
On the ground, and foul ball. Kicks and deals. Good job to fight that one off. The Dodgers hitless so far in the game. On the ground, right side. He takes it on his own, and a couple of quick outs. Here's Shohei Ohtani. Outside low, ball one.
Ball one, no
Two
strike.
down, nobody on. Here in Game 4 of the World Series. Swing and a miss.
Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
2 strikes.
And down on strikes. And the Dodgers are the 4th game of the World Series. Now here's the Tigers cleanup hitter, Kerry Carpenter. Glasnow back to work. A swing and a miss as he chases way out of the zone.
Well, these Tigers just aren't putting together very many good at-bats in this one. They're in the back half of the game, and they're still searching for a base runner. He's been great out there on the mound, no doubt, but it's also been a disappointing performance at the plate to this point.
Got him swinging.
You know, the danger with the slider is leaving it out over the heart of the plate and getting contact on it. If you're going to miss, you want to miss towards the corners, not in the middle. Right there, he does a great job with hard break at the end. He ran it inside. Very difficult to do anything when you're tied up like that as a hitter. And as we get deeper, it's not going to get any easier. These at-bats are going to feel more and more desperate with every out the rest of the way.
All tied up, and we're at the top of the 5th. And that skips in the dirt.
2 strikes.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
One down, base is empty. And he chases that one. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things. That when you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember, I can't hit that pitch. If I can see it really well at eye level, I can't catch up to that pitch when a pitcher's got this kind of velocity.
On the ground to the left, and that's a fair ball. Go ahead run on base. Spencer Torkelson digs in now. Swings and misses. It's 0-1.
0-1.
That one ran inside, almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
The 1-1 is fouled off.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
That just misses, and that's ball 2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
That one 95 to finish him off. And that finds the mark on the outside corner. And that's strike 1.
You know, these Dodgers just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group. And on the mound, you know, confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
Teoscar goes down on strikes.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
Smith, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike 1. And takes low for ball 1. Line drive, and that's a base hit out into center field. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Pajes up to bat next, lays off for a ball. Just missed.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
In for a strike, now 3-1.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up.
Torkelson. There's one. Back to first. Double play. Nice job. Perez measures 5 feet 10 inches, 25 years old, and he took home the Silver Slugger last year in the American League. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Liner, base hit. So a man on base to start the inning. Andy Ibanez up now for the Tigers. Fly to center his first time. Swinging a foul out of play. In the dirt. And the runner stays where he is. Way outside, and it gets away.
That's a tough spot for the catcher, Boog. No chance of stopping the outside pitch, and now the runner moves up. Those moments can be really frustrating.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. Go-ahead run at second here in Game 4 of the World Series. Waves at the bender for the strikeout.
Well, classic pitch sequencing there to change eye levels for the punch-out. That fastball on the pitch before was up. It was very competitive, and that gets you thinking that he might try to climb the ladder. But then the curveball out of that same tunnel just...
That's out to center field, and that's down, a base hit into third now. So runners at the corners and 1 out.
Well, that's a smart decision to hold up with 1 out and the heart of the order coming up. Don't want to run into it out at home plate.
Stepping in, Riley Greene. The bit behind with that swing. It's strike one.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boo.
With the go-ahead run at third, and we're the top half of the sixth. Foul ball, it stays 0-2. And there's a ball. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. 2 away now. Here's Baez. 0 for 2 in this one. Lifted in the air, right center field. He's got it. And that's the third out. And a slider in the outside corner for a strike.
Tonight, his slider has been really impressive. I mean, tight spin. Seems like the hitters aren't picking it up out of the hand.
Line drive. Hauls it in for the out.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Kim in the box now. No balls and a strike. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field, and it drops in. So the one-out hit turns the lineup over. Next to the dish is Freddie. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Runner on the go. Cut on and miss. Safe at second, and that was not close. And the go-ahead run is now in scoring position.
Here's what I think the manager's thinking right now. Today, we're not driving the ball. It's hard to get extra base hits. We've got to make something happen to get a runner into scoring position. That stolen base, excellent call. Now, all it takes is perhaps a single to put a run on the board.
And there are 2 outs. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Now it's the right fielder, Alex Call. The 1-0. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider. With the go-ahead run standing at second here in the bottom of the 6th. Cut on and lifted in the air. Brings it in, and that will end the inning. New inning getting started. And the batter now, Kerry Carpenter. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Hernandez sizes this one up, puts it away for the out. And a quick out, number 1. Gleyber Torres up to hit. And that one fouled off.
Changing speeds has this lineup completely off balance in this one. We've seen a lot of mistimed swings, and it's been a challenge for these hitters to get their rhythm right.
Strike 2. Activity in the bullpen for the Dodgers. Brock Stewart looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Sasaki getting cranked up as well. That one not close. And that's ball 1.
I don't like to say he wasted a pitch. I think that was a purpose pitch. Change the eye level, have him look up. Now go back exactly where you want to go.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, that's a curveball that people like to describe as a hammer or Uncle Charlie, and you can see why. It's not a looping slow curve. He throws it hard, and it gets plenty of bite on the end.
Dingler up for the 3rd time here. Watches that one miss. 2 down, nobody on. Late here in game 4. Up the middle. Betts. Now the throw to first on the run. And very nicely done for the out. Changeup on the corner at the knees. Next offering is down low. And Misses inside. Breaking ball inside, and it's 3-2. Swinging at ball 4 that was off the outside edge. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
What a stop. Gathers and throws, and they get the out. And up to the plate is Will Smith. And that drops in for a strike. And that's in there for a strike. The slider that finds the mark. To third. On to first. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Back here at Dodger Stadium. They're the top of the 8th. And now the first baseman, Spencer Torkelson. Swing and a drive, deep right field. That's back. Gone! He sends it out of here. It's 1-0. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one. And you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
Wenzel Perez, the next to hit. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Next offering is fouled back. Got him. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. So digging in, Andy Ibanez. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
Now, this is just par for the course these days. Huge fastballs coming out of the bullpen.
One out, base is empty, and a run in here in Game 4 of the World Series. Ball one there. That misses. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Outside. That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk. 1 down. Colt Keith up now for the Tigers. Lifted in the air out to left. Hernandez snags it for the second out. And next to hit for Detroit, Riley Greene. 0 for 3 in this one. First pitch misses. And that one is inside.
Well, he gave up the home run earlier in this inning, not pitching as aggressively here.
And there's a strike.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
That one ripped. And out of here. He'll circle the bases. It's their second home run of the inning, and they tack on to their lead. It's 3-0.
Well, that one won't stay below the radar. That made a lot of noise.
Anytime you have a pitch down the middle of the plate, the percentages go up for the hitter to do damage, even if it's a pretty good sinker like that one. Nice piece of hitting there at the plate.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout. 2 outs, nobody on. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Javier Baez. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a ground out. Slider right there. 2 gone, base is empty, but 3 runs across, and we're at the top of the 8th. This one in the air. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now 3-0. This is the World Series on the show. And we're back. Here's Max Muncy, that funky Muncy. That's in there. That's strike 1.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
And a swing and a miss. And he's up to 8 strikeouts in this one.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Paz stands in now and watches strike 1. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2.
Tired or not, he's relentless with the way he pitches. He might be exhausted out there, but his stuff is still nasty.
Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K.
Well, pretty big contrast in that at bat. First couple of pitches down in the zone, and those are competitive pitches, so you have to respect it as a hitter. And then with 2 strikes, ran that fastball by him up high, and there was just no catching up.
Swing and a miss. And it's 1-1.
He's gotten into a really good rhythm, set down 7 in a row. He just wants to get the baseball and deliver it as quickly as possible. Keep the momentum going.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Back here in L.A., we go to the 9th. Now here's the Tigers cleanup hitter, Kerry Carpenter. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Action in the pen down there. Number 70 appears to be getting loose. Kershaw warming up as well. Misses the zone, and he gets him to chase.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some pitchers.
Going to count 1-2. Lined, and that's a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard. Here is Gleyber Torres. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. And first offering is fouled off. Graterol goes 6'1". He features a sinker, a slider, a cutter, and he works in a 4-seamer. 0-2 now as he swings through it.
You tie a guy up like that, you're feeling like you are in command.
Next offering way upstairs.
Well, he missed badly with that 0-2 fastball. Hitter has to understand, probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch, so got to stay ready for it.
Carpenter gets his lead at first with nobody out.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Graterol fires. And it remains 2-2. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. Pajes pulls it down. Runner tagging for first. Safe at second.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
And it's fouled away. One out, the runner at second, late here in game 4. Liner, and that should be extra bases. Coming home. He will score.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. As a hitter, there's not a whole lot better of a feeling than a double into the gap. Right off the bat, you know you put a great swing on the baseball.
Here comes a skipper out of the dugout. One out, runner at second. Spencer Torkelson up now for the Tigers. And first offering is fouled off.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
Kopech deals. Makes a sliding stop. Nicely done for the out. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Wenzel Perez. 1 for 3. Late on that fastball.
They can live up in the zone all game if hitters will chase it. That's just too much velocity. Hitters got to look down in the zone.
And that is cut on and missed. And it's 0-2. 2 outs and a runner at third here at the top of the ninth. And they'll do it again. Not close with that one. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. In time, the 2-3 strikeout ends the inning. And an excellent job keeping it right there. Tigers grab 1 on this RBI double. It's now a 4-0 ball game. And welcome back to the. So the Tigers get a new arm from the pen, Tyler Holton.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
Fly ball center field. Perez makes the grab. 1 up, 1 down. He's 2 outs away. And here's Freddie Freeman on the ground to third. Throw on to Torkelson, and they're down to their last out. And up next for Los Angeles, Alex Call. And first offering is fouled off. Two down, nobody on. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. And that just misses. Warning track, wall, and you can touch them all, baseball man. He circles the bases, and they inch closer. It's 4-1.
That swing just injected more drama into this one.
Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. He swings and fouls one off. 2 down, bases empty, but 1 run across here in the last half of inning number 9. And that one finds its way through. Teoscar Hernandez will hit next. That's in there. That's strike one. Ohtani, the runner at first with 2 gone. Strike 2. Hit to right, and that should do it. And that'll do it. The Tigers claim the win here behind some great pitching and defense.
All this team needs is one more win, but when you're playing in the postseason, it's not just a win of a game, it's a win of an inning. It's a win of an at-bat, it's a win of a pitch count, and that's what they're going to need to do in the next game to take the series.
So Singy, as the numbers show, a great performance on the mound in this one.
Absolutely, and that really set the tone from the beginning. A fantastic effort.
4-1 the final here today. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long